gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, it's your boy Dash the Tru Inferno with another Destiny commentary video. And let me get straight into it because there's a lot I have to cover here. First and foremost, let me give y'all two disclaimers. The first disclaimer is that today's topic is about a situation that happened involving one of my boys. Now, I won't name any names, and I'm going to try not to get deeply into it, but I have to do this video to educate the masses, you, the YouTube citizens. Now, the second disclaimer is this. My personal belief, when it comes to a normal man-woman relationship without no side people or any of that nonsense, as the man of the relationship, it is the man's responsibility to take care of the woman, to look after the woman, to treat the woman right. And at the same time, I believe the woman should support her man and basically encourage her man, especially since he is looking out for her, supporting her, treating her right, and so forth and whatnot. Now, with that out of the way, it's also my belief in a normal relationship, for who should do more for the other. The man should do more for the woman, about 55, 60, 65% out of 100. Whereas whatever's left, the woman should do for the man. So if it's 55 men, it should be 45 women. If it's 60 men, 40 women. And I even accept 65, 35. I'll accept that. Now, if you are in a 50-50 scenario, guys, you should be lucky and you better not blow that. Because that, I believe, is hard to find. But yeah, 55, 60, 65, those are acceptable numbers. But when it gets to 70, 30, 75, 25 and crap like that, then it's like, no. Because at the same time, yeah, I'm all up for doing things for my girl, make her feel good, all that stuff. I need something for me, I can't, like, abandon me, and things of that nature. Now, I'm not saying, oh, I need to step aside from her and see another, no, screw that noise. But, I need something for me. And in my boy's case, it was none of these numbers. It was more like 125 to negative 25. And y'all probably wondering, is that even possible? Well, let me tell you this story real quick. So, a while back, he met up with this one chick. So, and here's how the situation was around that point in time. He had his own crib, his own ride. He paying all the bills, electricity, gas, mortgage, and all that stuff. He don't have cable because he don't need it. That's what he told me. So it's not that, oh, he's too cheap, he can't afford it. No, he just don't watch cable. He feel like he don't need cable, so he didn't get it. Meanwhile, this chick had her own car, had her own apartment, had her own job. She had cable, she had all this stuff. Basically, she was an independent woman. And then they hooked up. Now, 2.5 to 3 months after they hooked up, he basically told me, I think somebody else, another one of my boys, that she was gonna move in with him. Now, I forgot what I told him exactly when he broke that news, but I think I had the mindset of, I think this is a bad idea. Now, I'm not sure. I know I didn't tell him that, but I think I might have hinted that or made some type of reaction hinting that. I don't know. I don't remember. I think I did. But in other words, I was like, nah. You kind of moving too fast. I think you rushing it. I don't think this is a good idea. So for whatnot. But, I was like, okay, hope it goes well for you. That's my mindset. Well, sometime after she moved in, there was this switch that she just hit. And she went from being an independent woman to the complete opposite. So, let me start with the literacy stuff. She don't contribute. What I mean by that is she don't help pay any of the bills, anything like that. Now, okay, that's little because he didn't need her to. He was straight. Now, but when it came to groceries, because now we talk about groceries for two. She never contribute. Well, I'm gonna say she never, but she didn't contribute to that. Chores around the house, she didn't contribute to that. Unless he says something. So, like, every time he says something, like, she don't do nothing around the house or whatever, yeah, she'll go out in a blue moon and get groceries. Or, yeah, she'll go out in a blue moon and just vacuum. And based on what he told me, it will only take her 20 minutes to clean the whole house. Because there's not much to clean. And it should only be done, I think he said, either once or twice a week, something like that. Now, And you heard the story about the whole, oh, she came home, uh, and how she was complaining about she been hungry all day, and then she just had the audacity to ask him, go, I guess you heard that story before. I told that story in the past, so I ain't gonna get straight into that one again. Now, she also gave off some small demands, like she want flowers, she want feet massages, she want shoulder massages, she want back massages, she want presents and things of that nature. So he said fine and did all the things. Now, at the same time, he would go out and get stuff for himself, or in this case, go on eBay get stuff for himself. Now, let me define stuff, cause he got the e-cig, the portable hookers. So he'll buy stuff for that, like phone chargers for himself, you know, small stuff that don't cost no more than $10. You know, it barely costs around $10. Like like things that cost like $4 or $5 or whatever. And it's stuff that only he would use, and she would see these and get upset, despite the fact he doing all her demands or meeting all her demands. She would still get upset over the fact that he's getting himself stuff. Never mind that he's getting stuff for her. She would get upset that he's getting himself stuff, which is crazy. So then, as time went on, they had three arguments about how he's not treating her right or not giving his all to meet her standards, or whatever. So the first argument, he said, fine, whatever. So he went along with it. Now, then of course there was the second argument. And then, I guess he said fine, whatever. Which leads me to a side story, and this is the big one right here. The birthday story. So check this out. It was her birthday. And we start off, now obviously I was here for all this. We start off by going to brunch at some fancy restaurant downtown that him and two of her close friends helped pay for. Then later on that day, we had a pre-game party at his house where we all came over. It was a bunch of people. We all came over, and he would buy like stuff for everybody. He'll buy liquor. He'll buy some food. He'll buy this stuff for everybody. And then after that, we'll hit all go to the club where he got VIP and he got bottles in there as well. So basically, on her birthday, he basically, and I'm assuming he got a gift too. I think on her birthday, he basically spent over $500 for her birthday, and I want to say a week or two later, she pissed off at him regarding the birthday. Why? She didn't get him flowers. Somebody else got her flowers. A friend of hers got her flowers for her birthday. And I'm like, are you serious? This dude just spent $500 and some guy just spent $20 on flowers. And I mean, like, how can you even compare that? How? So then, despite all that, there was the third argument about how he ain't doing much for her. Again, keep in mind of the birthday story. And he said, you know what? It ain't gonna work out like that, so he broke up with her. But even though he broke up with her, he was ranting about it, he was still kind of digging her, and basically he wanted to be friends. But yet, she don't want that. She wants to get back in that relationship where it's basically all about her. And he couldn't deal, so he broke it off for good this time. And I'll be honest with you, he telling me all this, I was a little bit pissed. Uh, mostly because all this happened to him, but also because if that was me, I couldn't. I would. That would have ended a long time ago. After the second argument, like I said, like I told him, that would have ended a long time ago after the second argument. Because, as you all know, I have a bit of an ego. So even though, yeah, I do go by the disclaimer, the second disclaimer I gave y'all about, yeah, you gotta treat the woman right. 55, 65, 60%. The man gotta treat the woman, all that stuff. But again, I need, to look out for me. I need, something. And if you want me to spend all of my energy, all of my free time, all of this, all of that on you, my ego, my pride won't allow it. It's just not happening. And Like I said, this was basically here's how messed up it was, and I actually said this to him. Another one of my boys in his girl, cause the subject was brought up. Because basically it was saying like she wants him to shove aside all his friends, all his boys, and his family members, and just in himself, and just devoted his attention and his attention only to her. And my boy was like, you see, I was like, yeah, basically it's like this. She wants him to put herself over God. I actually said that. God actually believed that. He was like, you joking. I'm like, no, this ain't no funny, uh, one of those funny metaphors thing. No, I'm being serious. Yeah, it was that severe, based on what he told me. So, like I said, if I was in his shoes after the second argument, first of all, I would have shown more of a backbone. I'm not saying he did. I don't know, but I would have mentioned how she basically don't do nothing around the house. She basically living there for free. And here's the thing that tripped me out the most though about that. She'll look out for her mom, which is okay. Like if she's like her mom is in debt or whatever, she'll loan her some money. There was a scenario where her brother car was in the shop, so she loaned him her car and she drove my boy's car or whatever. But basically it's like this. She would look out for her friends and her family, but not for the guy who she's living with, the guy who she was dating. And she had a problem with him looking out for anybody else except for her. And I'm like, no, that it ain't going down like that. Like the mom, yeah, I can see that. But everybody else, okay, maybe the brother, I could probably see that too. But everybody else, no. No. So, yeah, that's that. Like I said, man, 55, 60, 65%, that's straight. Anything beyond that, unless it's 50-50, anything beyond that, no, it's not happening with me. So, yeah, that's the story right there. It's just too crazy right there. Now, do I have to bring it? Yes, I had to bring this up again because it's my third single, Sanke. That joint is out now. Click on that top left box. Thanks, Hiroshi Fujiwara. Sanke, of course, translate to respect. Also, I got a fourth single coming out in November. More likely a week before the album comes out. So Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Week, I will release the fourth single. And if you're following me on Instagram, you should know what the fourth single is. Or on Facebook and Twitter, you should know what the fourth single is. Anywho, this is Gene Rod II saying peace out, y'all.